Yo everyone, what is going on? Welcome to the video, and today I'm actually going to be doing something completely different. Something I never ever do, and I'm going to be doing a full day of eating. Haha. But yeah, today's calorie target is 1,800 calories, and as always, there are some bangers coming your way. Two recipes in particular that I think are going to blow your mind. One is like a TikTok trend that I put my own little spin on and made it so much better, in my opinion. And the other one is just ridiculously tasty. So yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you them. Let's get into it. All right, so first up I have a delicious breakfast recipe, and I'm gonna start by adding 200 grams of these no added sugar beans to a Pyrex dish. And for those of you watching from the US, I'm not 100% sure now, I could be wrong, but I don't think that baked beans in tomato sauce are a thing. They're really popular in Ireland and the UK as part of a breakfast meal typically. And even when I was over in the US, I'm trying to think about how long ago it was now. It was ages ago. I did an internship over there as part of my college degree. I could never find them. So yeah, I'm actually a big fan, so that wasn't ideal. Then I'm going to add 60 grams of bacon medallions that I've chopped into little pieces into the Pyrex dish, followed by 150 grams of sliced mushrooms. I'm going to spread everything out nice and evenly. And as you can see, I have carved out two little gaps. I'm gonna crack an egg into each gap. I'm gonna season with some sea salt, some smoked paprika, and then I'm gonna top it off with 30 grams of 30% less fat cheese. And I'm gonna pop it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so I am a big fan of this breakfast. It smells so good, it tastes so good, and it's actually nice and voluminous as well, so you will definitely be nice and full for at least a few hours after having this. And I feel like I always need to say this when it comes to a dish that has mushrooms in it, but if you are not a big fan of mushrooms, because I know some people aren't, you love them or you hate them kinda, then yeah, just simply leave them out. Now they are obviously really handy from a volume perspective, so they do a lot to bulk up this meal. But yeah, if you had the calories, you could even add in some extra beans or something like that. Okay, so for those of you who watch my videos on a semi-regular basis, you will know that I don't open up my online coaching spaces very often, and that is just because I only work with a limited amount of people. And as you can imagine, it is in very high demand, but as of when this video goes live, and this is very exciting, I am opening up 5 spaces on my transformation program. So I'm giving 5 people the opportunity to work with me over the course of 12 weeks to achieve their goals. But it is important that you know that my online coaching isn't for everybody, and I only work with people that are really serious about making a change. And typically, these are people that, you know, are not massively happy with what they see when they look in the mirror, how they feel in clothes, how they feel in general. It is beginning, or it has affected their mental health for quite a while, and they just know, you know, for them to get to the place that they want to be, they need help. You know, they cannot do it by themselves. So yeah, if that sounds like where you're at right now, if this sounds like something that you are interested in, I will leave a link to the application form in the comment section below, and all you have to do is fill that out, and I'll just sort through them, and I will get back to the top applications in the coming days, and we can have a chat and just see if the program is a good fit for you. Okay, so I'm a big fan of making meals on this channel that are easily meal preppable, if that's a word, because I know it's something that a lot of you do. A lot of you lead quite busy lives, so you know, when you're in the kitchen you like to be as efficient as possible. But at the same time, you know, I think with meal prep it's important to still get creative, just so you're not always eating like pasta and chicken or rice and chicken. So if you're in the mood for something different, then this could be ideal for you. So I am going to make 2 portions, and I'm going to start by adding 300 grams of 5% fat pork mince to a bowl. And if you are not a fan of pork, you can use beef mince, you could use turkey mince as well. Then I'm going to season with some sea salt, some smoked paprika, some garlic, some onion powder, and some black pepper. Then I'm gonna moisten it up a little bit by adding a drop of egg whites. And I'm gonna mix it all up and form a ball with my pork mince. Then I'm gonna divide the bigger ball into 8 smaller balls. I'm not 100% sure how many more times I'm going to have to say balls. All right, so we have 8 juicy looking balls. Then I am going to fry the meatballs on the pan and making sure that each side gets a shot on the bottom. Alright, so meatballs are done. I'm gonna add 1 chopped up onion to the pan, and once they are a nice golden brown color, I'm gonna add 400 grams of chopped tomatoes, some oregano, some thyme, about half a teaspoon of sweetener. Mix it all in. Then I'm going to add my meatballs into the mix. Then I'm gonna let it simmer away on a really low heat until the sauce reduces and begins to thicken a little. And as the meatballs are simmering away, I'm going to cook 500 grams of skinny potato chips that I've seasoned with some garlic and some sea salt in the air fryer for 20 to 25 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Alright, so next up I'm going to make an absolute game changer of a dessert recipe. It's delicious, it looks good, it only requires a few ingredients literally, so it's really easy to prepare, and in terms of calories and protein, it's really good as well. Okay, so I'm going to start by breaking up 1 square, which is 10 grams of dark chocolate, into this little ramekin. I'm going to melt that in the microwave. It usually takes around 30 seconds. We are looking good. I'm going to add 25 grams of double chocolate whey protein into the mix, 150 grams of vanilla fat-free yogurt, 20 ml of almond milk, which has very little calories, 1 teaspoon of powdered sweetener, and then I'm going to mix it all in and try and not make too much of a mess. Little spoon lick before we continue. That already tastes so good. Then I have melted 10 grams of dark chocolate in a separate bowl, and as artistically as possible, which is definitely not a strong point of mine, I'm going to spread it across the top of the mix. Alright, so weird what I just noticed. So if you squint your eyes, tilt your head just ever so slightly to the right and really concentrate, you will see absolutely nothing. And now I am going to pop this baby in the freezer and let it set for about 2 hours. Okay, so the final result, and the cool thing about the dark chocolate on top is that it makes a bit of a hard shell. And I know everybody wants me to crack it, so let's go. Okay, so my next meal is very much a TikTok inspired recipe. It was one of those kind of things that went viral, but I wanted to put my own calorie friendly, high protein spin on it. Alright, so I've just cooked 50 grams of whole wheat penne pasta in a saucepan of boiling water, and 50 grams is the uncooked weight, and as you can see I've drained it and I'm just letting it cool on a plate for a few minutes. And as that is cooling, I'm going to add 150 grams of chopped up bacon medallions to a pan, 150 grams of sliced mushrooms, and half of a yellow pepper. I'm going to season with some sea salt, some smoked paprika, and some garlic. And as they're cooking away on the pan, I have added my 50 grams of pasta to an air fryer that I've sprayed with some 1 calorie spray. I'm going to spray with some more 1 calorie spray, and I'm going to season with some sea salt, some mixed herbs, some garlic, some black pepper, and some smoked paprika. This is how we are looking. And I'm going to air fry them for about 8 to 9 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Alright, so I've made some pasta chips, and as you can imagine, air frying them gives them a bit of a crunch. Let's see if you're able to hear it. Then what I'm going to do is add my pasta chips to the peppers and the medallions on the pan. I'm going to add 125 grams of tomato and basil pasta sauce. And just for reference, this has 63 calories per 100 grams. And I actually think pasta sauce from a jar gets a really bad rap. In my opinion, you can get some really nice tasting ones, really calorie friendly ones as well. But yeah, if you are just not a fan, I know some people aren't. There's always one person that comments below a video where I use it and says, well, you really messed up that recipe when you use that pasta sauce. And I'm just like, shut up. But yeah, if you are not a big fan, just make your own instead. And as you can see, I have mixed the pasta sauce in, so we are looking good. give it a taste. Oh, good. I'm going in for more. Obviously, when you put the sauce on it and mix it all together, it does soften the pasta chips a little bit, but they still have a nice bit of a crunch, and it's just something different. Like, you could just make normal pasta. Yes, making normal pasta is less of an effort, but if you want to try something different, give it a go. It's good. Alright, everyone, I'm going to wrap the video up there. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you comment below and let me know. And make sure to comment below and let me know what your favorite dish was as well. I'm always very interested. So, was it the beans and egg breakfast bake? Was it the Spanish meatballs on a bed of skinny fries? That sounds like something that you get in a restaurant. Was it the pasta chips and medallions? Or was it the high protein chocolate mousse? And if you wanted to be extra sound, or if you are somebody that isn't a big commenter under YouTube videos, I would really appreciate it if you gave the video a big thumbs up. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all keeping well, and I will see you in the next video.